Hey everybody, it's Ian the Kilter Crafter. I hope you're having a great day today. Yeah, I've been doing a lot of live videos lately because I've been working on a lot of projects, and I know we are all pretty much all under a stay-at-home order from our local governments, city governments, states, whatever it is. So I wanted to give an opportunity to work. First of all, it's great for me because I get to work on projects and stuff and get to bring y'all alive with me live. And it's also a great opportunity for us to be a little social with each other since we're not able to do a whole lot of socialization right now. So I hope you're enjoying these videos. If you are, make sure to hit that thumbs up. That really does help my channel a lot. Also, hit that subscribe button down below. It might be over here. Hit that subscribe button, click the bell notification icon, and then make sure those notifications are turned on your device. So if you have a mobile device, make sure that your mobile device has those notifications turned on. Otherwise, YouTube can't actually send out those notifications to you. Just a little unknown secret. Even though you turn them on in the app, it won't actually do anything until you turn it on your device. All right, lots of chatty there. For those of you who are watching this on the replay, this is kind of where I kind of wait a few moments to see who's all going to show up. I know last I checked, I think there were 2. Then now it says that there are 4 people here. So if you are here live over here on this side, there should be a chat box. Make sure to say hello. If it's not right there because you've made the window bigger or whatever, it should be right down here. So make sure to say hello and let me know what you're doing today. Today we're going to be making some key rings. I think that was the name of it, key rings. I forgot to get out my tools. I'll get those in a minute, but anyways. So basically I'm going to use my Cricut Maker back here, and I have made a little pencil bag, pencil bag using some rainbow fabric that I really like, and I had some leftover pieces from when I actually cut this out on my Cricut as well. Just drew a couple quick shapes, and then I had 2 pieces left over from when I put this together, and it's fraying a little bit. But anyways, so I wanted to turn these into quick little keychains, and thankfully enough, Cricut Design Space lets you do that. It's really easy to put them together. As I'm sitting here thinking, I'm realizing of all the different materials that I didn't gather together before I started this, but that's what you get for a live show, right? So anyways, we're going to be using the Cricut Maker and its rotary blade along with its washable pen to create 2 keychains that I can then use for my keys. Gail says, hello from Temple Hills, Maryland. Hello, Gail. When I first started reading that, Gail, I thought it was going to be Temple, Texas, because we do have a Temple, Texas here in the state of Texas. It's about 2 hours away from me, I think. 2.5, 2, something like that. So anyways, I have set up my sewing machine again. This is my Bernina B770. It is the Tula Pink edition, which I absolutely love. So that's why you see like the rainbow plate down here. Kind of can see that on the camera. My cameras are getting washed out, and I'm not exactly sure why, but we work with them as best we can. So anyways, if you're here, make sure to say hello. I would love to chat with you as we go along. I do have the chat window up so I can see what's going on. So first of all, we have to get these pieces cut out first, right? That's the first step of all of this, is to cut out our pieces. And I have these 2 scraps, which are going to be perfect sizes for creating our design today. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out my phone, and I am going to go to Cricut Design Space. Now this part you won't be able to see, but it's not too hard. It's actually really easy to find these projects. You just go to all categories in the projects. So whenever you launch Cricut Design Space on your mobile device, it looks like this. And up there in the search bar, you can actually search for a project. So key ring. And look at that. It's the very first project that pops up. Elsa says hello. Hello, Elsa. Christy's back again. The light reflecting on the back of the machine. I know. It's reflecting from back here, so it's washing out a lot of things. Grace is here. She's in California. She was crafting as well. She was using her Cricut, but she thinks she needs a new mat. I hate when that happens. So right now it's telling me I can't use it said machine incompatible with the project. That's because I had it set on the Cricut Joy. That was what I was using last. So now I hope this is going to be long enough. I need 11 inches. Let's see. Let me grab my fabric mat and just make sure. Wouldn't that suck if I realized that I didn't have enough material? Oh no, this is a whole 12 inches of material. Not a worry. I was scared for a moment because I thought I was not going to be able to fit it on there, but I'll be fine. Mark is here. Hey Mark, good to see you. Gracie, I honestly thought that was just you being cute and being like, hello! It's no big deal. All right, so, and it needs 2 inches. I was going to see, no, I'm not going to be able to get, I was hoping I might be able to get 2 out of these, but unfortunately, I would need 4 inches of material to do that. I'm only going to be able to get 1, but that's okay. Now, these have been, I do have a interfacing on the back of these, so if I was doing this normally, I would probably just use just a single layer of material, no big deal. But this one has a backing to it, so I will be using that backing in order to give it a little more strength, give it a little more, you know, rigidity to it. Anyways, I'm gonna put my, look how dirty my mat is. Look at that. That's just, I need to clean it up, but I'm gonna pop that over there. Pop my cover sheet over here. And on my design, I'm going to add a second one because I want to do 2 of these. And in a moment, I'll get that all set up. I am going to go over to my mat and get this set up. Mark is here. That is right. All right, hold on. I have my trusty ironing board. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go about 1 inch inwards. Right about there. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side, about 1 inch inwards. And I'm going to use my brayer to brayer these on and make sure that they're really pushed down, which this one is not. It's moving around. This mat may not be sticky enough in order to do this. Hold on. I'm going to put it on the floor. That padding on the ironing board may not be sufficient to keep it. No, this mat just sucks, is what it is. Let me see if I have another one. Yes, I do. So we're going to try a clean mat and see if this will work instead. I think this is absolutely brand new. Put that one on there. And then take this one. Yeah, that mat is just like not not holding anything. Again, I'm going to use my brayer. I know I'm out of the frame, but give me a second. Alright, this one works a whole lot better. And as you can see, I've got it down. Mark says that he needs to visit with some creative friends, and Gracie says, like mine, I don't have any stick. Yep. So I need to clean this one is what needs to happen, and I'll probably do that after the live is over with. All right, so I've gotten it attached down like this, and now I'm going to load it into my Cricut. After I do, I'm going to do a quick snap mat. So I throw it on the floor, and I just brought my image in. So there's my image. And yes, I did put them face down, because I want the line that draws to be on the back side of my material, not on the front side. And somehow I've gotten hairs all over the place. Some of them are mine, some of them are my cat's. Alright, we're going to use that. So now I'm just going to go in, and I've moved my designs where I want them to cut. So, just like that. Alright, I'm going to click continue. And I'm going to switch y'all to this camera. Hi everyone. There we go. I'm really washed out. Not exactly sure why, but we'll go with it. And I'm going to select my maker. That's my wait and dance. Just waiting. Alright, so I'm going to set my material. I'm going to set it to cotton. Let me see if I can find bonded. Cotton bonded. Oh wait, that's not right. Okay, medium fabric like cotton, bonded. It says mirror the fabric. I don't need to mirror it. I don't know why it's asking me to do that, but it obviously knows what it's doing. So anyways, I'm going to load it into my machine. And I'm going to grab my fabric pin. Load that in. So I need my blue washable fabric pin and... Oh, it's asking for the wrong blade, that's why. And I'm going to use my rotary blade. And I'm going to press go. So now it's going to go ahead and start cutting, or it's going to draw the lines first. These lines are going to be what I'm going to iron on. And then after it draws the lines, it'll go through and use the rotary cutter and cut. So next up it's going, I keep forgetting which camera I'm supposed to look at. So after this is done, which it's just now finished doing that, it's going to take the rotary blade and cut out those rectangles around that area. See what's going on in the comments. Nothing going on right now, but that's okay. How many people are here, just out of curiosity? We have 8 people here. Thank you guys so much for joining me this afternoon. Alright, it is done. So I'm going to take out my pen and put the cap back on. We're going to unload the mat. So now here is my mat. And I'm just going to pull off. Oh, it definitely did not cut at all. Like, it did not cut anything. Well, that sucks. I am going to have to do it again. And I should have checked that before. Dang. Oh well. Alright, so I'm just going to go back into Cricut Design Space and redo it. What do you use to clean your mats? For the fabric mat, I use a lint roller and then maybe a baby wipe. It's not, you're not supposed to use any like moisture, but I find that that works best. Alright, so I'm going to do this again. I'm not going to put the pin in. I'm just going to do it with the blade. So right now I have gone in and I've changed it to extra heavy fabric, like burlap. And it tells me to load the pin in, but I'm not going to load the pin. I'm just going to let it think that there's a pin in there and let it do its thing. It might be slightly off from where it was the first time, but that's not a big deal. It looks like it's pretty close to where it drew the lines the first time, so I'm not worried about it. Yeah, the lint roller is great for doing the fabric mats. For regular mats, I'll use a baby wipe. Some people have said like taking theirs to the sink and using Dawn and doing that works. I haven't ever done that though. It kind of bunched the fabric up a little bit. Crap. Okay. I don't know how to fix this. Okay, well, yeah, it didn't do so well. Oh boy. All right, well. Let's see if I can at least salvage one of them. Yeah. Yeah, Gracie didn't do so well. I think I'll be able to save this one. And I think I'll be okay with this one too. Let's try and trim it up a little bit. I think if I just press this one, it'll be okay. Because it's a little crumply right there. This one only had this much left, so I should be able to finish it out. Let's see here. Yeah, this one's gonna be okay. I'll make this work. I think that mat may be ruined though, I'm not sure. I'll have to test it out later and see if it will work. No, it wasn't a blade issue. I just didn't get my mat secured enough onto the mat. So as the material was going through, it was crumpling up and wasn't working very well. I'm kind of worried about my machine, but I will figure that out once we get off of live and make sure that it's okay. All right. These things happen, right? Anything can happen when you're live. So anyways, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take my two pieces that I did, and I am going to go ahead and press them. I'm using the Cricut Easy Press Mini, and I'm just going to press them on the lines that are indicated. First of all, I'm going to flatten this one out. And then the two lines you just fold over that line basically and press on that line. Whew, that was not fun, was it? Anything can happen live, right? I want y'all to still be able to see this, so I think if I do it right there, it should be okay. All right, I'm going to turn my Easy Press on to the medium setting, let it warm up. There's a cat over here that wants to say hello. Hi, kitty. Ignore the messiness of the room. Yes, Gail, I will make it work. Somehow I will make it work. This is what happens when you do stuff live, right? Alright, I'm just going to go ahead and try and press out the wrinkles a little bit. Alright, I think that will work. So now, again, I'm going to take the blue lines, which you may not be able to see. There's the blue lines right there. And I'm going to fold it in onto those blue lines. So I'm just pressing in on that blue line, trying to get as even as possible. It is very hot, so do be careful when you're doing this. And I'm just going to go all the way down one side, and then I'll do the same thing for the other side. There we go. Now we're going to flip it around and do the same thing on the other side. No worry, Kathy. You just missed the excitement of me almost breaking my machine. My Cricut, that is. Ooh, that's hot. All right. So that is all pressed. I've pressed both sides now, so there's a little channel in the center. I'll do the same thing on the other one. All right, one side down. Let's flip it around and do the other side. Hey, Novice Elaine. Taking a break from schoolwork to catch up on one of your lives. It's been a spell. Yeah, I miss you too. Things have been so crazy, and now they're even crazier with everything going on with COVID-19. It's good to see you, though. I haven't seen any videos from you lately. And our favorite designer, Tim Holtz, has put out a whole bunch of new things. All right. So I've pressed both of those. I'm going to unplug my heat press now. And I'm going to very carefully set it over here to cool down. All right. All right, there we go. I think we're back on track again. So all I did is basically fold over the back side. So that way we have this now. And let's go back to my project because I need to see how much material I need to use to make the actual key ring. So I need 12 inches of my webbing. Which I have right here. So I'm going to take my 12 inches. So I have 12 inches of webbing, and I'll do that one more time. So now I have two 12-inch pieces of webbing. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my pieces of fabric or material, and I'm just going to place them on top like this, and then I'm going to sew. I didn't get this exactly perfect, so I don't have to do it right at the end. I'll have to catch the rest on replay. I will stay safe, my friend. Thank you. Catch the rest on replay, and hope to see you again soon. I know, using the iron makes me nervous too. Trust me, Kathy. Alright, so what I'm going to do is basically just put it onto this, just like this. Very technical terms, guys. Very technical terms. All right. Let me make sure that all my settings are set up. I think so. And I'm going to move my needle over. It's right about there. And I'm going to slowly start sewing. Oh, I forgot to put my presser foot down. Not my presser foot, my, on this one it has dual feed, so I can use the dual feed foot to kind of help me. It still looks a little, how far does this? Yeah, I feel like I'm missing it, so I'm going to cut my line and try again. And that's okay, because this first little part is just going to be inside the actual clamp itself, so no big deal. I need to get back to work on my math homework. Text me soon. We'll catch up, have some coffee. Yeah, absolutely. Once this is all over, that sounds great. All right, so I'm just going to try and adjust my positioning a little bit because I want it right on the edge of this design. Yeah, there we go. That's a little better. And I'm going to reverse. And I'm going to go forward again. So I'm just kind of trying to line it up against the center of the foot. Basically, like my colored fabric, I'm lining that right up against the center of my foot, and then hopefully that will be a good spot that everything kind of falls in place. This is not going to be perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but hopefully it will at least get the idea across. And I'm going to back it up a little bit at the end of my stitch. And then I kicked back on my pedal because I have my machine programmed so that way it automatically will do a couple of knots at the end and then cut my thread. So when all is said and done, it's not the perfect stitch ever, but it at least tacks everything down. All right, we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Remember to back stitch a little bit just to get your threads locked. And this side should be a little easier because you're already tacked down the first side. So usually the second side runs a little bit easier. Not always. Like right now I'm having a little bit of a problem with it trying to come up on me. And I'm going to backstitch a little bit, go forward again, and then I'm going to kick back on my pedal. And it cuts the line for me. So there we go. It is not perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but it's not bad. A little wonky. Alright, so now we're going to do the same thing with the other one. Just get everything lined up. So hard to get it all lined up correctly, but I think I did. I love having dual feed. It really does make a world of difference. Woo, I went a little cattywampus there, but that's okay. And I'm going to kick back and let it do its thing. There we go. And flip it around and do it on the other side now. Really want to make sure that that is set. So this is going through a lot of material. Like I said, I have the interfacing on the back of this, So because of that, it is definitely having to work pretty hard. And my thread just fell off the back of the machine. This project is just like doomed from the start. And I'll let it do a thing. Alright, so as you can see, not perfect, but it is at least done. So now I'm going to go through and trim off my threads. And I have a couple of threads protruding from the material itself, so I'll go in and trim those. There is one. All right, so there's my other one. Got one little thread right here to trim. All right, so now, as you can see, I have my thing here. And now I'm just gonna cut off my ends. Just go straight across. There we go. Probably should have used like a ruler, acrylic ruler or something to make sure that they are locked into place on the correct angle, but it's not a big deal. All right, so here we have our two. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold them over, because here's our little loop. I'm just going to do a quick little zigzag stitch across the ends here, because I really want to make sure that those are going to stay in place. So I'm going to make sure that they are lined up together. And I need to move my needle back to the 0 position, which it already was, never mind. So I just did a quick little zigzag stitch across the ends. That really does help to keep them from coming out, right? Coming undone. So now I'm going to do the same thing to the other one. Again, I'm going to use that zigzag stitch to hold everything together. There we go. Did that to the second one. Grab my, I've lost my, there they are. I lost my snippers for a moment. And I'm just going to snip off the little ends. Make sure that they're nice and clean. I don't have to worry about how neat and tidy they are because they are going to be inside. So I bought this tool on Amazon, and basically this is the tool that you use to crimp the little ends. I bought this off of Amazon, and there's like 2 million of them. I think there's actually just 25, but these are the little things. And they have little teeth in them, and they just fit right over the end, just like that. So we're going to put them into there. Got to figure out which side it is prettier to be the front. I don't think it really matters a whole lot. Okay. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put them down on there like that, and I'm going to kind of press it. Then I take my tool and I try to line it up perfectly, which will never happen because we all know that nothing is ever perfect. But I'm just going to start squeezing down on that material and crimp. There we go. So there is my keychain. It has been crimped. Christy said that she got her tool from Tandy. I'm assuming you mean like Tandy Leather. That might be another place to go get one of these if you have a Tandy Leather in your part of town. Yeah, so that one's all solid. Let's do that again with the other one. And I'm just going to flatten the other end down a little bit. You could press that with the iron, but usually just a hand press does just fine. There we go. Double check that it's locked. There's another one. So I have my two just like that. And now they also included a little bag of key rings. Gail, yes they do. TandyLeather.com, I think. You can always Google them. There we go. Two ready-made key rings ready to put onto my... It may be cheaper than Amazon, I don't know. Amazon's pretty cheap though. So there are my two key rings ready to be used. Man, this project just wanted to fight me the whole way. But I think it looks really good. Really easy and simple, as long as you don't break your machine. I'm going to jump off of here in a minute and check and make sure that my machine's okay. I'll do a test cut of something just to make sure everything's good. It should be fine though. Usually, whenever they start giving an error like that, they prevent themselves from breaking. So it's a good thing that they stop when they do. So, any questions? Ta-da! Yep, right, Gail. Ta-da! Not perfect, but what project for me ever is. I don't ever have a perfect project. You could even do really cool stitches. Like with my new machine, I could actually put in letters and stuff. So if I wanted to, before I put the piece on, I could have done like a letter name or something like that through there. This is a lot of material. It is pretty thick, so sometimes machines don't like that. But this one handled it like a champ, so it would have been just fine. Should probably clean out my machine. So, anywho, alright guys, I think that's going to do it for today's video. I don't know if I'm going to be going live later today, but for now, that's going to end this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and you can also check out more videos this way if you're watching this on the replay. I hope everybody has a great day, and remember guys, normal's just a setting on the dryer. Bye!